Hello everyone, this is Michelle at michellesizemore.com, and that is Michelle with one L in my website link. I'm a creative memories advisor, and today you'll learn how to make this quick and easy page using the Candy Cane Border Maker cartridge with the Border Maker system. And the papers and the stickers come from the Christmas Cheer collection. I'm going to set this aside and show you the Christmas Cheer collection really quick. I have it stored in a Power Project folder. This big pocket in the middle holds my paper. And this is the main pack that comes with the collection. It's called Christmas Cheer Designer Paper. It shows you both sides of the paper. They're two-sided, and I love the fun, bright colors that go in this. And then you have an accessory pack of paper that goes with it with plaids, and it brings in some navy and a little bit darker green, and it coordinates really well with the collection. And you have this pack called Open House Designer Pack 2023. And it coordinates as well. Now, the paper that I used is from this pack. I used the Christmas trees, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. I'm going to put this back in its pocket, and then I didn't use these items on my page, but I just want to show you the other things that go with it. These are the mats and cards. These can be used as journaling cards because some sides are ruled. They can be used as decoration. You can use it as is, or you could cut things out in shapes, or you can match your photos with them. So it looks like this Christmas Cheer Variety Mat Pack. And then it has these embellishments. These are laser cut ornaments. The bottom ones are solid, and these are laser cut, and they layer on top of each other. I'll do another video showing these that I think you'll like. And then on the back, I have the stickers, and I did use one sticker strip out of this packet. It has 3 sticker strips in it. I have that stored in this vertical pocket. And over here, you can store things like cardstocks, border strips, laser cut borders, stickers, anything like longer and thinner would go here. That's about the size of this. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside. And this is the paper that I'm using. It's got trees on it. And this is a directional paper, so you'll want your trees to face up when you do your page. I'm going to set this aside for a moment and make the candy cane border. Grab the Border Maker system and my cartridge holder. This is how to take a cartridge out. You punch with your thumb and gently pull out with your other thumb from the bottom. This is the candy cane cartridge. I'm just going to plop it in like this with the metal pieces sticking out, and it's ready to go. Open the tray holder, pop it in place, put your cardstock in, line it up with the edges of the paper tray holder all the way around, and close your magnetic arm. Plop your paper tray holder underneath, put it in place, and now we're ready to punch. Put your cardstock in here, line the notches up, blue and white match, and it fits together underneath, and punch. And I give it a really firm punch with the palm of my hand. A quick, hard punch. Like that. Pull it out, drop it back in, notches match up, punch. I find if I give it a quick, firm punch with the palm of my hand, that it gives a cleaner cut and you don't have as many little shaggy edges on it. So I think that looks like a just about perfect cut. Now this is the fallout that comes out when you punch. I would encourage you to save this on another video. I'll show you things you can do with these. Okay, set this aside. Now, I need my 12-inch trimmer. Here we go. I'm going to open this arm, make sure my little foot is out so that it'll stay level with the table. Open my arm, and I want to show you all these grid lines on this trimmer are really great, and I usually use those to line up my paper and get it straight, but sometimes I need to use different parts of this for my straight edge to line up to. And this right hand side outside of this gray mat, that outside edge is what I want to use as my measuring point. So I'm going to put this in here, and you see where, let me get a piece of white paper so you can see this. You see where the cutouts are. On this edge, this left-hand side edge of the cutouts, that edge where it cuts out is kind of my lineup point, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. I wanna line this open edge up with this outside edge of this trimmer, okay? So I'm gonna do that. As you can see, like right now, you can see some of the gray sticking through. I want it to get just to the point where you don't see the gray sticking through. So it's lined up straight with this gray so that you don't see any of this gray at all. One more time. It's a little complicated. So right now you can see some of the gray on this side. Just move it to where you don't see any gray poking through your open areas. Make sure it's straight at the top. Hold it with your hand. Put your arm down and give it a firm cut. I always go up and down and press firmly with the palm of my hand. Now, I feel like that's pretty good. All right, so now I want to cut a piece of white cardstock with my trimmer to just a little bit less than 1 inch, because you need it to be wide enough so that it covers. You're going to put it underneath the red so that you don't see any, so all you see is white coming through, but you don't want it to go past the outside edge, right? Okay, so here's 1 inch right here. There's the 1 inch mark right there. So I said I want it to be just a little bit less than 1 inch, but not much. About right there. About right there. So you got about this much between the 1 inch mark. Okay, and then cut. And I think this will be perfect. Hope so. And then I want to just look at this and make sure. Yep, it's gonna be good. It's just the right size. So what I wanna do now is take some repositionable tape runner and put all the way down on each little piece in the middle. Just put little dabs of it. And then get little dabs all along the outside edge. Okay? If you see that there's like a little bit of a shaggy edge, just kind of rub it with your fingernail. That's what I'm doing here. I do have, and I just bought it at a craft store, a little skinny sanding tool that it almost looks like an eraser, but it's a sander. You could take that and gently rub it on the edges. If you get little shaggy edges on things, I love that little sanding tool. I don't have it with me to show you because I'm out of town, but you can find it at a craft store. Okay, so I put my sticky on this side. So I want to mount this white down to where it covers up all of the cutout parts and it doesn't go past the outside edges. And I think this is going to be just right. It is. Now I do see that it's a little bit sticking out on the top, so I'm just going to grab my scissors, trim that up just a tad. Okay, that's good. Now, the rest is easy. So, I mean, it's all easy. Now I just want to put some repositionable tape runner on the back here. Little dabs all the way down. And I want to mount it on the left-hand side of this green paper. I want a little bit to show. Maybe that might be about 1/4 inch. It's just what you like. And just straighten it up and rub it. Got it a little bit uneven, so I'm going to pick it up and move it over. That is the beauty of this repositionable tape runner. You can do that. And over time, it just settles down into place. And also, I still messed up because I see it doesn't go all the way to the top. I'm just rushing a little too much, I think. So here we go. That looks great. Okay, there's that. Now, this is what I did. So I just put photos here, and I put on here the measurements for the photos. All of them are 4x6, except this is a 4x5. Just mount those down by putting a little repositionable tape runner at each corner. And this is a piece of ruled paper from Creative Memories, and it comes in full sheets, but I have this size right here. Now, I forgot to do the measurements before I did the video, so what I'm going to do is draw lines here, and then I'll tell you the measurements as we go. Okay, so grab my trimmer, and basically I just want to cut where I measured. So my little pencil line is right there, so I'm going to line that up with this left-hand side dotted line on my mat. You always line up with the left-hand side dotted line because that's where your blade comes down. So I'm going to line it up there. It matches. There we go. And make sure it's straight at the top and cut. And I would throw that away because I can't think of a thing I would do with that. Super creative people would probably think of something to do with that. Then I'm going to line the other line up with the 12-inch mark. I flipped it over and did that. Flipped it to the side and cut. So let's just see what the measurements on this are so you'll know if you are making this. So the left-hand side dotted line is where I start. So it's about 5.5 inches long and 3¼ inches tall. Okay? 5.5 by 3¼ Okay. So that's how I got this piece. And I would mount that down right there. And then this is the sticker strip that I used. I used this sleigh and this Santa. And I literally just kind of put the Santa behind the sleigh so it looks like he's poking out. Put it down, mounted that, and then the rest of the space I journaled with a black scrapbook pen from Creative Memories. Hope y'all enjoyed that and hope you guys have a wonderful day.